Good morning, Citywide Gardens family. Today is Friday, November 17th. Just a quick look in the garden. This here is my bed with collards, and I've interplanted garlic. I haven't seen it lately. Well, I haven't seen it pop up yet, but it will be fine. Looks like I'm getting some more bug damage even after a freeze, so I'm not sure exactly what is out here eating my stuff, but like I said, I plant more than I need just so I have enough. Little weeding here, no big deal. It's definitely not garlic. I know what garlic looks like when that comes up, so all weeds. It's the only thing about sparsely planting your beds. They have a lot of weed pressure, but it's okay. Life goes on, but I don't see any critters active like right now, so I can see what's eating my stuff. But we'll figure it out. Hopefully you get a couple more freezes and they die and I don't have to worry about them anymore. The habanero that I did not pull is still hanging on. This is the collards, and my elephant garlic has already started coming up, which is fine. Looks like I have some damage from the frost or freeze on my potatoes. These are volunteer potatoes, so I'm not too worried. For some reason, this bed is have less pest damage than the other ones, but let's see. This is cabbage. I'm not sure what's eating it. Oh, got some kind of eggs there. Oh, hi, sir. Found you. Found you. Very good at camouflaging themselves, same color as the leaves. Good thing I took a second to look. Yep. Go right in the driveway. Hopefully a bird will find you. So I guess those are eggs, and get rid of those. Any more critters hiding in here? Let's see. Sorry, showing you my feet. Not my intention. Again, I have garlic interplanted in here as well. And I know it won't be ready until spring, early summer, but whatever I plant in here in spring, I'll be able to see where to plant, because this will be all gone and only garlic will be up. So I plan on using this bed in the spring for lettuces and spinach and things. I'll just plant in between the garlic that already has come up. All right, so I mean, they look okay. Me and cabbage don't seem to get along because I always have so much pest pressure, but hopefully this will survive for me and actually get me some cabbage. 2 different varieties of cabbage, so hopefully that helps as well. Yeah, every time I get cardboard, I've been putting it in the paths here to cut down on the weeds, because I had a lot of weeds over the summer. So I said, as I get packages, I'll take the cardboard and lay it out. Here are my radishes, carrots. Looks like the beets are taking a beating. Looks like they're either dead or something has eaten them. So we'll leave them be. Radishes, not sure how long they'll take. These are white icicle radishes. So I'll just keep letting them go until I think they're done. Now the carrots that did pop up, I let them overwinter. I did that several years ago in a city pickers box, and they were perfectly fine. I took out all the squash. It looked like it was more tromboncino. It should have been butternut or pumpkins, but apparently seed companies, I don't know what the deal is, have mixed up a lot of seeds this year. I'm not the only one. And here, this taller plant is my volunteer potatoes, and then one of the cabbage varieties over here don't seem to have very much damage at all, which I guess is a good thing. Yes, it's a good thing, I should say. Potatoes are kind of shading out some of the cabbage back here, and they're, see, they're getting more damage back here because they're hidden. It is what it is. Gardening, it's all an experiment. If I get one, I'm happy. This was my pepper bed, habaneros, and Tabascos. I've since planted garlic along that back edge because in the spring, this whole rest of this bed is supposed to be onions. I'll eventually end up taking that habanero out. And this habanero here, I cut it back. Over here is the collards that I thinned out of that silver bed there and planted them over here and then interplanted with garlic. This is where my sweet potatoes were. And I also had green beans that seemed to be coming back up randomly. Ones that dropped. And also the sweet potato vines have come back up through the surface and look like they're thriving. I'm going to leave them be. And apparently the bird netting is not enough to keep out the cabbage moths because they get in and then they can't get out. So eventually I'll have to use tulle or row covers, since cabbage and such do not need to be pollinated. I can cover them completely. As long as they can get rain, they'll be fine. Rain and sun, they'll be fine. Still have green peppers holding on. Still going. A couple here. More over here on this plant. These plants got so shaded out by my butternut spaghetti and tromboncino squash over the summer that they didn't have a chance to, they actually got squashed, by the squash. They got knocked over, so they didn't get a chance to grow tall like these. And these are still pushing out peppers, even after several freezes and frosts. I have a bunch over here on this as well. Crazy. Anything in this one? No, I could probably take this one down. But I do have a butternut squash. And the butternut squash didn't suffer as bad as this was the tromboncino squash vine. So the butternut squash didn't seem to suffer as bad as this did. So this is the beds. And in this area here, for the spring and summer, I'm gonna have a trellis to go from this blue one, this blue bed, over to this green one. It'll probably connect here with this smaller silver one to the large silver one. And then I'll also have a trellis to go from this end of this bed to the end of this bed. So I'm gonna have to have a walkway to walk towards the back of my house onto the patio where we have our barbecues and hang our lights and put up our movie screen for movie nights. But I'm glad my garden is not just brown and dead over the fall and winter. So now that I've learned to fall and winter garden, I'm going to continue as long as I can. I will amend the beds. I will put some cow manure and leaves on top. Like I said, these collards have survived freeze, snow, you name it. I'm not worried. They're already established. They'll do great. Don't know about how well cabbage does, but again, like I said, it's all an experiment. Keep going until you figure it out. Have a good weekend, everybody.